from the Classy Climb blog. Hey everybody, it's Erica from Classy Climb blog. I don't know if the first one came in right, but the point of the story is, how long is too long in business and in life? So I'm just going to try to toss up some examples up there to you. So one of the examples is, how long is it too long to finish high school? How long is it too long to finish college? How long is it too long to be a career you don't love or don't like? So then when we apply those examples, how long is too long in business, right? Because a lot of times what happens is people will start 1 or 2 or 3 businesses and they fail in the first 1 or 2 or 3 and then go on to have a successful one. That's what happened with PayPal. That's what happened with several companies. The eBay guy lost everything, was in his parents' home, if I'm not mistaken. And then once he started selling things on eBay, he ended up building a giant warehouse, factory house for snowboards, skiing, all that good stuff. So, I mean, there's several people who have failed and started again and went on with their life. KFC, the guy who created KFC in his 60s, Colonel Sanders, he had been a teacher, a miner, army, you name it. He had about 10 or 12 careers. And then he started this chicken because Social Security was just too little to live on. And boom, there it was at 65. I don't know if many people know this, but the average actual entrepreneur starting age, think about it. Most people think it's somebody in their 20s or 30s. No, it is someone who is 44 years old to 48 years old. And why is that? Because I think somewhere along getting closer to 50 years old, when you realize there's death at the end of life, your legacy starts becoming important. You start going, why am I going to this office and I don't give a rat's ass about this office? Why am I wasting my time here at this office? I mean, I think those questions start to come into your mind and you go, yeah, I'm not sitting in this office another day. Not going to do it. And people start building on the experience they have and on the contacts they have, and then go out and start a business. And so how long is too long, right? How long is too long in college, right? So the average person right now is staying 6 years in college. Now imagine if we made those same people go to summer school every summer. It actually shaved a year off. They'd actually finished on time in 4 years instead of 6. They finished in 5 years instead of 6. So there's a reason I'm always telling people, if you're in college, you need to be working. Work for Lowe's, work for Home Depot, work for a company that you have builder power with. I even say be in the Army, be in the Air Force Reserve, be in the National Guard. Have that balance that pays off that debt, or you get some kind of student reimbursement. And I know a lot of parents will go, but Erica, students who work while they're in college, they have lower grades. But students who work while they're in college are less likely to move back in with their parents. Students who work while in college are more likely to have a paid off car by the time they leave college. Students who work during college are more likely to be able to afford a starter home, even if they have to go to a different city or transfer with their company they've been working with for years now. If they've been working with Lowe's for 4 and 5 years, they are either up for management, up for transfer. They have been matching their 401k 6% for years now with Lowe's or Home Depot, if you think about it that way. And I know a lot of people are like, no, I don't want my son doing that. I know plenty of guys who work UPS for years and took mostly night classes some of the years. But during the summer school, they work. During the summer school, they went to class like Monday through Friday, more full. And people thought, oh, that's so terrible. They can only go, 6 o'clock to 9:30, Monday through Friday. He didn't care. It was a solid, concentrated time. Like, yes, he had been at work all day, but you know what? He'd take those Red Bulls and he'd take that coffee and he'd be in class. Why? Because he appreciated it. Also, men are going to college a little bit later. People who go to college a little bit later finish faster. Why? Because they're in a focus mode. They're focused, they're ready to go. That's why you have a lot of colleges with adult degree programs that are set in stone for 2 years. Like, you started here, you go at night with other adults and you're done. Now, am I always in favor of that? No. I mean, sometimes 2 years is a good amount of time, but if you could finish in 1 year, because a lot of people start college and then come back to try to finish those last credits, those last 36 credits. And if you could just knock out 18 for spring, 18 in the fall, and be done, why wouldn't you? Or, take, 12, 18 the spring, some in the summer, 6 in the summer, and then the last 12 in the fall, right? Because a lot of times they make you do an internship or different things. So how long is too long? To me, if you're in college for 6 years not working, that's too long. That's unrealistic. You know, all the people I knew that worked during college were much more successful than people who waited, and then all of a sudden they moved back in their parents, and then they got these jobs they didn't like, and they didn't know any connections because they weren't interning. They were just kind of partying and fretting it up. Sometimes that's too long. You miss your mark. Also, kids who worked during college, I know a lot of them did a lot of European vacations and tours after college because why? They could afford it. They've been saving money. They've been putting money aside. As far as business goes, it's never too long, right? So some people, even on YouTube, it'll take them a year to become consistent, growing better on YouTube. That's just the averages. It takes about a year now to make money, sell products, be recognizable, collaborate with other people. It takes a year usually. Now, is a year too long to have this great career that you're dreaming about? No, I don't think it is. Same thing with these MLM companies. A lot of people start there and realize, man, I could do so much better with not quote unquote real business, that I sell personal products, that I am in control of, that I really work the time, and I'm not just trying to set up meetings to sell to my family and friends. I'm actually setting up a business that sells to the world. A lot of things. Writers. I think her name was, oh gosh, forgot her name, but she wrote Beloved. She wrote several things. Angela, not Maya Angelou, but it's another artist. But she didn't become famous till she was like 45. I hate forgetting those names. But things like that, like when they realize Andy Trevasis, or whatever his name is, the British guy, Ricky Trevasis, he didn't become a full-time comedian / movie star / who we know him to be now till his mid-30s, almost 38. So how long is too long to pursue a dream? Now, when I'm talking about music, and music is a business, and whether people like that or not, if you have children who love music, and like they're just naturally gifted and talented, buy them some marketing books, buy them some business books, recommend they take business classes. Music is wonderful, yes, but recommend they get the business side, because now you have the opportunity to pick up your little cell phone, and type in a tour all over Europe and book yourself and get paid and set up your flights and go. Your guitar, and if you have to hire out some guys to help you sing or help you play when you get there, so be it. It's things like that where people are thinking in those processes, because a lot of times people start out with just them. If it's just music and the guitar, it's just them, and they're doing acoustic, or they're doing the John Mayer thing or whatever, and they need a good guitar to be out there. After the piano, a little bit harder. Keyboard, a little bit harder to carry in the airport. But there is so many ways to access business and access living a full life. How long is too long? That's crazy to say it's too long to try for 2 to 5 years to grow your business. A lot of times with brick and mortar businesses, it's very hard to stay in business past the first year, because the cost of your learning curve and the rent and the fees and the taxes and the employee pay, those really eat you up that first year. But if you're online, let's say you're working a job and 5 to 9 in the afternoons, you come and you work on Amazon, selling things on Amazon, being an Amazon reseller, go to yard sales, pick stuff up, you're a picker, you clean it up, you turn around, you resell it, stuff like that. You can do that for 2 or 3 years before it really just goes. You probably could do it for a year, and then you get some really good side income coming up. I know a lot of people with the Amazon thing and the Shopify websites, they're doing amazing. They're bringing in $10,000, $20,000 a month. Now, they are using a lot of PPC, so that's eating up some of their costs, and they have to buy more supplies from China. So there's some cost in there, but to think about that, $20,000 coming into your account, and all you've done is just work your business online. There's some really great stuff to that, right? And so you have to really ask yourself, how long is too long? If you're a person in the dire needs of income, like sometimes you're a real estate agent as myself, you realize it may take 90 days for a commission to come in. It may take 120 days for a commission to come in. That's common. So in that meantime, what are you doing? Of course, you should be doubling and stacking and having commissions coming back to back. But while you're not busy, proper thing I do is drive Uber or Lyft. And I put my magnets on the side of the car, and I have people in the car when I pick them up. So it looks like, as an agent, I got people with me all the time. I'm a busy agent. Now, people don't know this Uber or Lyft, but there's still income coming in my pockets, $500 to $1,000 a week that I didn't really get out of my way. And also I get to see more properties and houses on my way driving. So you have to think about more ways to do this. There's so many people living on the edge of homelessness, of losing a job, of losing a house, of losing your car. It doesn't have to be that way. We really can really sit down and think about some ways of growing our income and saying, oh, Erica, I really don't want to work 2 or 3 jobs. Well, listen, we need to find something that gets that income up for you, whether it's you just having a paid off vehicle or a paid off house, or somewhere we need to squeeze out income for you. We need to squeeze out passive income for you. And that's the only way to really break that cycle of working 2 and 3 jobs for years and years and years. That's the only way. And I know people hate hearing that they have to grow, they have to change, they have to learn, but it's better than working 2 jobs for 10, 20 years. That'll wear you out, I promise, and you won't have any life. So this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. A little long, but you get the gist. How long is too long? You decide. You guys have a great night.